What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the 1796 Sports Podcast. Joined as always by Jim. Victorious episode, finally, for once. The first victorious episode in what, month and a half, Jim? Tennessee gets out of the Knoxville Regional, beating Miami, Ohio, Cincinnati, losing to Wake on Sunday, forcing that game seven, but they used that 7-run fourth inning to power past those boys. Um, Overall thoughts on how it all went down, Jim?
I think it went as best as you could think it could go. I mean, um, the bats finally got out of. It must have been an SEC thing to where they were just in their own heads
Yep.
because they came every game was the bats were showing up and even the pitching looked a little bit better.
Yep.
Um, Tanner Franklin throws absolute gas. Liam Doyle is a psychopath. I mean, we have so much to talk about this weekend. The environment was fantastic.
Yep.
Um, every game, every game. Obviously, it was a little bit boosted on Monday because it's a winner go home
Yep.
type thing. But all weekend, man, fans were fantastic. Um, and yeah, just the team looked fantastic. I mean, you have little things here and there. Dean Curley, little stupid throwing error. Stuff like that can be cleaned up, but it happens. It's baseball.
Yeah. You know, as flawed as this team is and has been for the last 6-7 weeks, they've now gone to 5 straight super regionals, which it's a very small club that has done that in college baseball history. Like, it's impressive. It's an impressive coaching job. It's impressive that they stepped up to the plate when they needed to. Um, I mean, players that like you just mentioned, Dean Curley. I mean, he had that one throwing error, which whatever. They got two doubles after that anyway. I think those runs were going to score no matter what.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, he had a terrific weekend. He had a clutch hitting in Cincinnati to get the scoring started. He had that clutch hit to give us some cushion last night. He walked a lot. He had a good weekend at the plate, and just that one hiccup. Um, Before we talk about the big dogs eating of Fisher and Killen, how about Manny Marin stepping up last night? 3 for 3. He had that that
Mm-hmm.
that, that bunt hit, that 3-run home run that is only his third home run of the year, and it came at the most perfect time. And then that double to get our final run, the 11th run there, and then those later innings. But he was awesome. I mean, you give a guy with that much talent enough chances, he's going to come through for you eventually. And you can't ask for much better from your 9-hole hitter than that in an elimination game. I mean, it was big time.
Yeah, I mean he's a young ball. He'll be back next season, which will be huge. Um, but yeah, he really stepped up in a place where we needed someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's been fantastic in the field too. I mean, he's a real good, third base option. He might move to middle infield next year. Um, but yeah, I'm glad he's on our team, and I think it was
Yeah.
an absolute confidence builder for him going into supers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just he stepped up when we needed him to, and that was a turning point. Once he hit that home run, you were like, all right, we got this, and I knew, and we'll talk about, like you said, Doyle and the others here soon, but once he hit that home run, it was a game changer. Then he hit the double in the towards the end of the game, which really wasn't a difference maker, but I'm pretty sure he ended up scoring there.
Yeah, yeah. He was on
So
base 3 times, and yeah, it was a double. I think I said earlier, double bunt single and that home run, of course. But he was awesome. Your boy Levi Clark stepped up too. I mean, he was a punching bag or a target for Wake Forest. He got hit twice yesterday, and he hit that 2-run homer on Sunday, which you know didn't win us the game, but it got us to where you know we could have won the game. It doesn't really matter what happened Sunday anymore, but that just is what it is. But Levi did good. Uh, Peebles, and we'll talk about the whole Peebles situation too here soon. But Peebles had the whole bottom of the lineup was awesome yesterday. Like it was crazy, and I don't know anybody else that we haven't mentioned yet. We'll go ahead and get it out of the way, I guess, Jim. Inslee and Bargo did not cover themselves in glory. It's not exactly what you want from your 3 and 4 hole hitters, but I don't think there's any lineup tweaking at this
Mm-mm.
point.
I think you
So
found your lineup.
yeah,
I think they roll with that lineup until the season's over. I mean, like I said, I mean Levi Clark embodies all the old Vol traditions. I feel like. I mean, with his little attitude after he got hit the second time,
yeah,
telling that what of a catcher to like I don't even know why he was yelling at Levi because if he got hit twice he'd be pissed too,
yeah,
especially one in the neck. So but yeah, I love what we got. I think you found the lineup. I think the lineup that you well we were talking about what's the lineup? What's the lineup? You found it.
yeah,
You found it. I think Tennessee. I'm not saying we're gonna win it all, but I think your best chance is staying with what you got. Liam Doyle on Saturday. It's Saturday this week, and then Saturday or Sunday Phillips, and then I mean I guess maybe AJ Russell on that final if you have it.
yeah. I think the pitching plan this weekend was just due to the nature of it being a regional instead of just a 3-game series. I mean, Coons didn't pitch at all this week, did he?
No,
So
but before you get to that point, but Tegan Coons showing some great leadership. I don't know if you saw what Ben McKee said, but when AJ Russell was going, towards the dugout before the start, Tegan Coons is there hugging him, wishing him luck, which is a huge thing to see
yeah,
from a player because obviously a competitor, you want the ball. But you know what? He's showing his, true colors there by, showing AJ
yeah,
that he, doesn't care. He wants to win.
yeah. He's just supporting his boy. That,
Yeah,
that's part of the culture that Tony has built. Um,
absolutely.
how about Marcus Phillips turning in a gem on Saturday against Cincinnati? I think a lot of people thought we would have to score, which we did end up scoring 10 runs in that game, but we would have to score at least 10 runs, just the way Marcus has been going these last few weeks. I mean, he hasn't been terrible, but with the way Cincinnati could run and everything going into that, luckily their best base stealer ended up being hurt for that game. But he finally picked somebody off. I think hell froze over. Like, that was incredible. He strikes out the last batter of that inning on the very next pitch. I mean, terrific performance from him.
Oh yeah, and what's funny about the guy you were just talking about, their base stealing leader. I actually sat next to his grandfather
Oh God.
at the game, and no, he was actually a really nice guy.
All right.
He told me some things I can't say on the podcast because I told him I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you offline, but uh, you know, yeah, Marcus Phillips came up big when we needed him. I mean, Cincinnati came off a hot game against Wake Forest, and he came out, pitching a gem. And yeah, I think he needed that vote of confidence, and I'm happy he's having that good game there because I mean he pitched well against Arkansas too.
Yeah.
So I'm really confident. I mean, I've always been confident in our two uh, first starters.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the whole Marcus Phillips getting stolen on was the biggest thing. Never had a doubt in my mind Marcus Phillips was a great pitcher.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
we always knew he had the stuff. It was just fixing that, base stealing thing, which I think he has. He's done a really good job in holding the rudder. Cincinnati didn't steal as much as we thought they were going to steal, and yeah, he got it done. I mean, big time effort from him.
I mean, the biggest part of that to me was, where would Tennessee's pitching have been yesterday if he didn't go 6 innings on Saturday? Like it could have been even more of an adventure than it was. I mean, and then you get to we'll talk about the three big dogs now, the three impact transfers, which is really crazy that our three transfers are really the most impactful players on the team this year. I guess we'll start with the psycho. Uh, Well, actually, I think Andrew Fisher's a psycho too, but Liam Doyle, 100+ pitches on Friday night versus Miami, Ohio. I know some people were kind of like, why would he throw him against Miami, Ohio? I mean, it obviously worked. I mean, I think I said it the other day. I mean, he's better in that first game of a weekend role. He has been all year. They went back to that, and he was nails. And then he comes out yesterday, gets the last 7 outs without breaking a sweat. I mean, it was no worries at all once Liam was in the game. And I know the whole point has been, that's just shows you how much he cares about the team. I mean, he's a multi-million-dollar arm. He'd already proved when he needed to prove in the postseason, whether Tennessee moved on or not, to scouts and throughout the season, being the SEC Pitcher of the Year. And he goes out and lays it on the line for his team. I mean, very, very impressive. And you had the whole dude stepping out. That Wake's third base coach, doing his whole timeout thing. And Liam's barking at him, telling the Tennessee's other players,
He
don't.
laughed at him.
Yeah.
He literally pointed and laughed and said, "You're fucked."
And then he told all our infielders, don't come near me. Like, this is about to be over anyway. And then he strikes him out on the next pitch, looking, I might add. I don't know how you go down looking right after a timeout, but
Oh, you knew a fastball was coming. Like, you knew. Like, if I'm the hitter, I knew. Fastball down the middle, here it comes. He said, "I dare you to hit it."
yeah, I mean, he didn't. I mean, it's like your tweet from the other day, Jim. They seeing 99 from the left side of the plate. They just shit their britches. I mean, like I said, no sweat. So Liam was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say about Liam Doyle. And I'm mainly talking about, yesterday's performance. I mean, coming out of the pen, and, it's funny, he started with the breaking ball.
Mm-hmm.
He kept throwing the breaking ball, and then he saw that they couldn't touch his fastball, and it was literally fastball, 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 fastball. And hey, the kid, I can't remember his first name, but Houston, the shortstop for Wake Forest, is a first rounder. I mean, that kid is an absolute stud, and Liam Doyle throwing the high stinking cheese, and that kid couldn't touch it.
Yeah,
And
Wake Forest is just a good program. Period. They had 3 top 10 picks last year. I mean, it was not an easy regional to get out of.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's what with Doyle and Fisher. I mean, you're speaking like volumes for this team, for Tony Elander and Frank Anderson and the culture they built. They all, every time they're asking them about, why'd you come here? We wanted to win.
Yeah.
We wanted to win. The culture here is amazing. We want to play for that guy. And it's true. And it's not just Tony. It's Josh and Frank. I mean, those three are a powerhouse. Yeah. And Tony will try and keep Elander as long as he can. And now Elander is waiting for the right team, I think. Yeah. I don't think it's just any SEC team. I think it's to me, it's TCU, which is alma mater, or maybe an A&M. I mean, how could you say no to A&M as an assistant coach? Because they're going to give him a blank check, and I don't know, but we'll talk about that at one point. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Even if he does decide to leave, whenever he does, I mean, he's cemented his status as a legend, and
he's VFL. VFL.
Yeah. Speaking of Fisher, I mean, we had the whole, I forgot that dude, Tom Walter, whoever Wake Forest coach is, saying what he said that was clear on camera. I mean, and this was right after Fisher, after calling for the fans to be crazy after the game Sunday night, goes to the plate. I think it was his second at bat of the game, maybe third. I don't know. But he goes out, pumps up the crowd, like is doing this behind home plate while their coach is out on the field bumping his gums about something. And then in a 1-2 count, he hits one to Jupiter. Right after that went down. I mean, that to me cemented his status as a Vol legend. I mean, that was just to do that and then go yard. I mean, it's poetry. It's pure poetry.
Oh yeah, that's his VFL moment. I mean, as of right now. He could
Yeah.
have, a Christian Moore.
Hopefully, there's more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it all depends what happens this weekend. He could have a moment this weekend. Um, but yeah, the two Ole Miss transfers to here are literally what this team needed. I mean, the crowd showed out because of Andrew Fisher and his post about, getting to Knoxville, find a way,
Yeah.
make it known that we're here, and the players feed off that.
Yeah.
And it's it was awesome to see. I really do think Lindsey Nelson Stadium should be like that every SEC weekend.
Yeah.
And I really do hate that, it's not Danny White's fault. I mean, when rich people can buy a whole row
And then dump home.
behind home plate and then sell the tickets for like 300 a pop, it's like, dude, if I was rich like that, I'd be giving my tickets away.
Yeah.
Hey, go to the game, make it loud. I can't be there, like that's how it is, man. Like, but we'll talk about it a different day. But man, this team really showed that it gave me a lot more confidence in this team with the way they ended last night going into this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they rose to the occasion
Yep.
tenfold. I mean, like, I mean, the whole pitching plan was perfect. I mean, we really Russell shouldn't have given up any runs with that bogus non-strike call, and then they get that 2-run home run a batter later. Krenzel was fine. And we were actually still losing when he was pitching. I mean, he held the score where it was. Lloyd comes in for an inning, kills it. Franklin hands the ball off to Doyle, and then good night. I mean, it was beautiful. Well, I was going to ask you before we move on to how the rest of the SEC fared this weekend, which is patently hilarious. Um, MVP of the weekend for Tennessee.
Mm. I mean, the whole weekend. Um, I mean, it's hard not to say Andrew Fisher. Just because of the attitude he brings, the at bats. Every at bat is a battle.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna give you two, and I'm gonna say one's offense and one's pitching.
yeah,
But obviously, I'm going Andrew Fisher. Just because of the attitude, the trying to get the crowd into it, the home runs, the walks, the everything. Um, and I'm going with the other Ole Miss transfer. I mean, Liam Doyle not only pitched a good game on Friday, but he comes in on Monday in a do or die situation and absolutely is nails out of the bullpen. I mean, they could not. They had one. I think one guy made contact,
yeah,
and it was almost a home run, but it was a warning track home run, and but he was nails. I mean, fantastic. Another passion kind of guy. The picture of him like looking up, just freaking out. I mean, that's going to go down in Tennessee history. I mean, so those are the two I'm going with. What about you?
um, Killen was awesome for all 4 games. I like the Dean Curley redemption arc. I
Mm-hmm.
love what Marcus did. I mean, the only 3 players in the lineup that really didn't have a huge moment this weekend was Chapman, Bargo, and Inslee. And I don't really have the only one I have a doubt about going forward is Chapman. I think Bargo and Inslee will come up with big hits against Arkansas here starting Saturday. So those are my guys just as honorable mentions, but I would have went with Fisher and Doyle too. I mean, they're clearly what this team needed this year. I mean, imagine where we'd be without those two. I
All
mean,
right. Yeah.
it's just remarkable. And like you said earlier, they came to Tennessee because they wanted to win. And speaking of Ole Miss and a lot of other SEC schools, um, 9 of 13 SEC teams eliminated, some from their own regional, one being Ole Miss. Um, Vanderbilt out, gone, lost
Number
to
one seed.
number 2 seed Texas out, gone, lost to UTSA twice. Um, Ole Miss gone, Florida gone, Georgia gone, Alabama gone, Mississippi State gone. I can keep going, but the only SEC
Kentucky.
teams left, Kentucky. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't forget them.
they've been an afterthought to me this baseball season, even though they beat us in that series. But it just proves the point that it only matters how you're playing when it comes to the postseason. I mean,
Right, yeah.
this is why I kept the confidence all year because we have now gone further than 9 of the 13 teams that made it, and the only it's us, Arkansas, who we play,
Of course,
LSU.
we play the SEC team.
Yeah, I mean the only regional one of the only 4 or 8 super regional matchups that went chalk. I think there was 2 others. We're one of them. Go figure. I mean that's
Can,
fine.
can I say something about that too, though?
Yeah.
There's a good chance one SEC team makes it to
Yeah.
Omaha.
I mean LSU that's no picnic. Auburn playing Coastal is no picnic. I mean
No picnic. And
like
then you got us too. And obviously one's coming out. That's what I'm saying. I would not be shocked
yeah.
if one of us, I think, might be the one SEC team. And that, if Tennessee could get past this weekend and that happens,
It sets
watch
up
out.
beautifully. Yeah. It sets
Watch
up
out.
beautifully. Yeah. I mean, who does LSU have again? That's why I didn't mention
West
who did.
Virginia. And West Virginia has been, they impressed me this weekend.
Yeah. That was the Clemson regional, right?
Yeah, and LSU underperformed though. I mean, we all know LSU's a great team. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not throwing anything against LSU, and they found a way to win. They had to beat Little Rock twice, right? Yeah, because they lost.
No, I think they lost Sunday night.
They lost to Little
did.
Rock
Yeah.
on Sunday night. Yeah. But yeah, I would not be surprised. Coastal's a fantastic team. They're playing really good baseball, and we're back. We'll talk about our specific super regional here in a minute. But like those 2 teams, man, better be careful.
Yeah.
Better be careful. So right now, the scariest team in this tournament to me is North Carolina because they literally annihilated everybody pretty much in their regional. So
Yeah, I mean, they breezed through that. I mean, well, they did have to go to a game 7 there, but they beat the dogs.
Oklahoma had their best pitcher.
Yeah, they won by 10 runs on Monday. It's kind of similar to what we did. So it's to me it's them and Arkansas. I think Arkansas is probably the most complete team left. But again, I mean, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So our title defense will have to go through Fayetteville, but I just want to talk about the reaction from everybody after last night. About I know so many people had to delete some tweets they had in the chamber about Tennessee, the whole classless thing. By the way, Georgia has acted 10 times more classless this year than Tennessee ever dreamed about being, even in 2022. I mean, it's been ridiculous. They're thrusting after sliding into third. They're hip thrusting, humping the ground. They're having their shirts unbuttoned to their freaking waist. I mean, it's just nonsense what they've been doing. Throwing bats at dugouts. I mean, they got what they deserved. Like, when I saw that they got walked off, it brought tears to my eyes. And then Florida's coach made an ass of himself, yapping to that site rep about moving the game up an hour. Like, big fucking deal. Corbin made an ass of himself after the press conference after the Louisville game. Like, Tony's not the most.
Tony would have handled all those situations better than them.
But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. Tony's not as polished on the field as some coaches, but in any other setting, he's never acted like a complete moron. Like, everybody needs to just look at whoever else is going on. And I tweeted earlier, the only reason people talk about class and all that is because Tennessee is the best program going in college baseball since COVID. I mean, it's hands down. So,
and it's not stopping anytime soon.
Amen. I mean, I saw, the negative side of our fan base before we won this regionals going into this past weekend was talking about how bad next year's going to be. I'm like, what? Like, Marin's coming back, Clark's coming back, Grimmer's back. Like it's
Abernathy,
yeah. I mean,
Antigua.
there's plenty of talent in the cupboard, and we killed it in the portal last year with Killen Fisher, Doyle. We had Tanner Franklin was a transfer, I think. Coons was a
Yep.
transfer. I mean,
No, Coons was a high school recruit.
yeah. Well, either way, this ain't stopping anytime soon. I mean, and
Well,
not
yeah,
only
you got to wait till the season's over to even worry about that.
yeah. I mean, 100%. By the way, Clemson lost their regional too. Um, Cam
Again,
Canarella. I mean,
I feel like he gets
he
drafted.
he's probably going pro. I mean, but that's probably my favorite player. Not who's not wearing Tennessee orange of the last.
There's no way, bro. There's no way. Because
And
there was rumors of him last year.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying he's one of my favorite players in any sport. That's not a Tennessee player. I think he is awesome. But moving on, unless you got anything else about the reaction from
No, I'm ready to talk this weekend. I
yeah.
think it's gonna be a ball.
Last thing I'll say is I don't care about the SEC besides Tennessee, and I'm glad all those other 9 teams lost. So the SEC, cheering for the SEC when as a fan of another SEC team is just uncouth behavior and should be, you know,
Studied.
yeah, it's a disease for sure. But Tennessee going to Fayetteville. Like I said earlier, we have to go through probably the best team, the highest seed left, and I think it is the best team left. Um, we had a series with them 2 weeks ago. It'll be 3 weeks once this super rolls around, but I think Tennessee went toe to toe with them, or would have gone toe to toe with them in all 3 games. They did win the first game, but they would have gone toe to toe with them in the last two if it wasn't for some just stupid, awful, untimely errors and mistakes, and not getting a big hit here or there. But I'm not going into this like David versus Goliath, looking at it that way. Like Tennessee has a chance here, 100%.
I mean, we put up a fight when we played them earlier in the year. I mean, it wasn't like a
Yep.
bloodbath.
Yep.
Um, and we beat them one game. I mean, it's just figuring out, if Marcus could give us that performance, I am very confident in Tennessee to be able to win. And the Bats stay what they've been doing. Like I
Yep.
said, I think this weekend was an absolute great thing for Tennessee because the Bats have confidence. The lineup's going to stay the same. And if your two best pitchers have good days, you don't even have to worry about a third day.
Yep.
So I think they're going to be great games. I don't even know, like, if you ask me right now what my prediction is, obviously I'd say Tennessee just because of bias and stuff. But like as a outsider, if you ask me as an outsider, I'd say I don't even know. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a great series.
I will say this: just looking at the strengths and weaknesses of each team, I think Tennessee has a deeper pitching staff. Like I think that's kind of not even debatable. Like Tennessee does have a deeper pitching staff, but Arkansas is probably the best lineup in the country when it comes to hitting, and that's what bit us in those last 2 games of that first series that we played against them just a few weeks ago. To me, it comes down to Doyle. If Doyle can win you his start, I think Tennessee will find a way to win that super. I mean, Arkansas has a history of choking in super regionals as a higher seed to far worse teams than what Tennessee is this year. Like it just is what it is. All the pressure will be on them. If Tennessee comes in
Yeah,
there ready to play, anything can happen.
that's exactly it. I mean, you're the home team. Everyone thinks you're going to win. You're the three. What are they? The 3 seed.
The highest
Um,
remaining seed left. Yep.
yeah, and everyone thinks you should win. You should win. But all the pressure's on them. Tennessee, there's no pressure. Not saying there's no pressure, but there's no pressure because if you lose, you went on the road against a higher seed, and it is what it is. But how glorious would Twitter be? Oh my God, how glorious it would be if they lost to us.
Yeah.
How glorious would it be if it was 2 games? and Tennessee won. Oh my God, Twitter would be an absolute madhouse.
You're about to make me turn my camera off.
Nah,
I'm at,
go ahead, bro. I got time.
um, I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, that's the storyline to me is that who would have thought, besides, I mean, I know me and you have kept the faith through the nonsense that this team has put us through these last 5 6 weeks, but who would have thought that Tennessee would host a regional after some of those losses, much less win it? I think this is the best title defense of any defending champion since COVID. I mean, we've already done a lot of things, but of course, the players want to go further. I don't think it's right to say it's not exactly right to me to say Tennessee has no pressure. I think being the defending champs, you have some inkling of pressure, but Arkansas definitely. I'd say 90% of the pressure is on them. I think that's it. I mean, if things go wrong and the crowd gets lemon booty, you know, like it's kind of like what's happened to Lindsey Nelson this year when they expect Tennessee to be dominant coming off a championship and they haven't been. Things could get real quiet in that stadium real quick. But it's going to be
What
up to Tennessee to take advantage of it.
what's your key to success though this weekend? Because I have one.
I think it comes down to Doyle's start. If Doyle can go out there and pitch like he pitched for the first, 8 SEC series, 9 SEC series, I think Tennessee's going to win it. If you can hold Arkansas to even 4 or less runs, I think Tennessee will win the first game and find a way to win one of the next two. I think that's the key because Doyle's start against Arkansas was the when we changed up the rotation. He was dealing with the blister. Now assumingly he's 100% after what he did the other day. That's just my
Yeah.
guess. And he's going to want revenge. You think a psycho like him doesn't want revenge? You think Tony doesn't want revenge on his mentor, who's Tennessee has not won a series against Arkansas in Tony's whole time here. And this would be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you my key to success in the series, and I don't know who posted it because I would shout them out. It might have been our account. I don't know, but keep the crowd anxious.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep the crowd anxious and on their toes to where Tennessee's up two. They get a 1-2-3 inning.
yeah,
Oh, it's getting later in the game. Sixth inning, Tennessee's up two. Gets a 1-2-3 inning, goes into the seventh. Keep that crowd quiet.
yeah,
And obviously no mental errors. I mean, you cannot. And I'm talking to Dean Curley.
yeah, yeah,
And I love him. Great series, great regional at the plate, but the mental errors, like why throw that?
yeah,
You know, those little things. Other than that, Dean was fantastic this week. I mean, and I think it's going to be another confidence booster. Like you said, 90% of the pressure is all on them. They're the home team. They're expected to win. Tennessee's defending champs. No, they haven't had a back-to-back champ since South Carolina. Like it happens, But I'm very confident. Like you said, Liam Doyle comes out, gives you 6 strong innings, and Nate Sean and Tanner close the door. Or BA Arvidsson, fantastic. It was a travesty that they lost that game for Arvidsson after 12 strikeouts. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
but anyway, talk about the Super Regional now. But yeah, Tennessee. I'm confident. There's no doubt that they could win. It's just we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, much like it was going into the regional, it's just which Tennessee team are you going to get? You know, it's to me also the thing I would say if I wasn't going to say Doyle as the main key is, I think I mentioned it earlier. You can't have an O for or one like whatever Inslee and Bargo combined for on the weekend. You can't have that. You can't have that in the middle of the lineup when Fisher and Killen are assumingly getting on base like they have been all year. You can't have 2 outs after that. It's just not going to work. You have to get big hits in those situations. And luckily, the other day, the bottom got on for those top two, or it could have been a way different story. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my second biggest key is those two getting right. And Bargo did have a 2 home run game in the game we won in Fayetteville a couple weeks ago. I mean, maybe that's what it takes for him to get back on track. I don't know. Inslee, I think he will come up with a big hit at some point just because he's the captain. He's the 5 year guy. He's been here for all 5 super regional appearances, and he's trying to make his 4th trip to Omaha, which would be unprecedented for a Tennessee player. I mean, obviously, this is the most unprecedented we've ever been in baseball, but it would be a huge feat for him to go to Omaha 4 times.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm going to tell you, being there and watching it, Hunter was smoking the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think he only struck out a couple times. He either walked or he smoked the ball right to somebody. So it's not like he wasn't hitting. It was more of like he just couldn't find the hole, the gap.
Yeah.
You know, and Chapman was one of the hottest hitters at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
and that dude could smoke the ball. So if he could come around, and Dalton Bargo, same thing this weekend. I mean, he hit the ball. He hit a ball. We launched the ball to he hit, I think 389 and caught at the wall in center
Yeah.
field. So I think this team's gonna be just fine if the bats stay where they were this weekend. It's gonna be hard for Arkansas. I mean, especially if Liam Doyle's on his stuff, Marcus Phillips on his stuff. It's gonna be real hard for Arkansas if the bats are going. And same goes the other way. I mean, Tennessee. I'm not worried. I'm not even. I'm starting to talk now, so it's like I'm just gonna say I'm confident in this team and the energy they got right now. You can't be mad at it.
No. No. I mean, I'm not resigning myself to a loss, but these boys have impressed me this year just with everything they've been through to come up with that win last night. Um, it shows me that they have a desire to go out and prove themselves, even after all this crap they've put themselves through and the fan base through. Um, it's been tough to keep the confidence, but they did. A lot of the fan base did, and now it's time to go out and shock the world. I think a lot of experts are going to pick Arkansas here. I think Arkansas is the darling of the rest of the field left. I mean, obviously they're the higher seed, but I think they're the most complete team left. They have the best lineup left. They're playing at home. It would be, like you said earlier, so tasty to just put Arkansas where they normally are, which is not in Omaha in the 2020s.
Oh
It
my
would be
god,
beautiful.
that day, oh, that'd be so legendary.
Yeah.
Oh man, Twitter would be an absolute graveyard for Ozzy Maverick. I mean, it would be an absolute tragedy on what happens.
I think it would be a terrific occasion.
No,
But
I'm meaning like for him, it's going to be a travesty having to pull up Twitter and be like, nothing but Vol fans in his mentions.
yeah, you got anything else tonight, man? I know you did want to mention. You did want to mention. I mean, Walter State commit Tyler Myatt is going to be a Vol unless he decides to go to the MLB. He committed to Tennessee.
I don't think he's going to the majors. The way he said it was, I just want to wear orange.
Yeah, I mean he. From what I heard and have seen on Twitter this afternoon, he's as big of a Tennessee fan as anybody. I mean, and if he by the way, he won the Triple Crown of JUCO baseball. 31 home runs, 110 RBIs. That's Freddie Freeman numbers. That's any power hitter you want to know.
That's my road to the show characters numbers.
Yeah, that's that's video game number. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, this guy's talented. Even that gets cut in half or by 2/3, that's still a terrific addition to the team. I mean, and if he has that much passion for Tennessee baseball, you can't help but be excited for him in 2026. But you got anything else tonight, man?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be very anxious weekend for waiting for these games and talking all the crap you could talk on Twitter until it comes around. But yeah, no, I'm confident and ready to watch that series. I mean, it's gonna be a blast. Hopefully, Tennessee comes out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Vols.
Go Vols, baby.